We begin with developing news. The manhole explosions in downtown Providence. Today, an underground fire sent more than a half dozen covers hurling into the air, injuring 2 pedestrians.
Tonight, the investigation continues into the exact cause. The Pinpoint News Tracker takes you to the scene on Richmond and Elm Streets. And that's where Eyewitness News reporter Susan Campbell is now live in our capital city.
You can see police are still here on the scene. So is the National Grid crew trying to figure out exactly what caused that fire. We know this area is now safe, but there were certainly some very scary moments for people who live and work nearby. Underground explosions rocked Providence, blowing 8 manhole covers off the ground, all while people stood nearby.
Saw another fireball shoot out of the manhole and the cover go about 40 feet in the air.
The scene unfolded just before noon. Firefighters were called to the area for reports of high carbon monoxide levels. Just after they arrived, the explosion started.
Thank God nobody was standing on a manhole cover.
Emergency crews blocked off several streets in the Jewelry District and evacuated nearby buildings.
And we came around the corner and, that's when the second explosion and the third explosion. And, at that point, we got out of the area pretty quickly.
2 people were taken to Rhode Island Hospital to be treated for minor injuries, while National Grid crews remained on the scene investigating what caused the underground fire.
We've done a complete search of the area, checking for gas or anything like that. We don't have any readings in the outlying areas.
National Grid and fire officials confirmed there were high levels of carbon monoxide in the area, but it's still unclear exactly what caused this. National Grid officials tell me gas and electric services have not been interrupted. Mike and Susan.
We're going to take another look at the incredible video you shot of one of the manhole covers just exploding. You were right next to it. What was that like?
It was a wild scene. I actually got here just around 11:30. There was already one explosion, so firefighters were telling me to stay back, stay away from the manhole covers, which I certainly listened to. So I was about a block away. The explosion happened. You can see in that video that people are right nearby. It really is amazing that nobody was hurt that was standing nearby. I thought it was interesting that the smoke it was a huge fireball, and then the smoke dissipated almost immediately. So I thought that was a really interesting part of that video that we were able to capture. And I actually was able to share with some of the firefighters afterwards who had been really close to it. They wanted to see it for themselves because they were so close. They couldn't really get a grasp on the magnitude of what that actually looked like. So it was it's obviously crazy video, the craziest video I've ever shot in my career. And again, just very fortunate that there were only 2 minor injuries. For now, Mike and Susan, back to you.
Alrighty, Susan, stay safe out there.
And you can count on Eyewitness News for continuing coverage of the Providence manhole explosions.
We'll have the very latest developments on the investigation tonight on Eyewitness News at 10 and 11 and on our website, WPRI.com.